It's no secret I'm a massive fan of the Blazblue franchise, and that includes the new upcoming Blazblue Cross Tag Battle. Now, there's been a lot of struggles with the DLC going on, but it's still a game that really interests me, and I'm definitely going to buy day one. But with all this Cross Tag Battle hype, what with Kanji and Platinum being announced recently, there was an entire new game that got announced that no one's talking about. And that would be Blazblue Alternative Dark War. So what is Blazblue Dark War? Well, again, there's really not a lot of information on it. It's Japanese exclusive so far, but what we do know about it is that it's going to be an RPG on mobile devices. Yeah, the only official mobile game they've really had besides Dead Spike Song, which was fun, but not really in-depth, was Revolutionary Burning, which was handled fairly poorly, I would say. It's fun for a little while, but nowhere near as in-depth as this new one was. But we do know the game will focus on 8 major main characters. Those would be Jin, Noelle, Tsubaki, Bullet, Trinity, Kazuma, and Ciel Sulfur. The last 3 characters have not had any sort of playable role in Blazblue games before, with Ciel being a completely new character. It's just a really interesting roster. We've seen some of these characters in these kinds of settings before, but it's really interesting to do this, especially with the absence of Ragnar the Blood Edge, which I'm going to go into a quick spoiler. I'll flash something up to say that it's spoilers, and skip to that. You know the drill. But just to say it, something that's really interesting is, despite being called alternative in the main universe, Ragnar is also gone, and it seems that a lot of the major protagonists in that universe are Tsubaki, Jin, Noelle, so on and so forth. But the thing is, could this be the same universe as the upcoming universe, just without Ragnar in it? I don't know. It'd be cool to see. Probably not, though, but, it really reminds me more of the novels, but yeah. Anyway, no more spoilers. So, from my currently non-existent Japanese and the power of Google Translate, I know the best source. So there is a little bit of a story setup that I could gather. It pretty much is just Kazuma and Trinity meet up, they go to Ishana, they talk, they are trying to meet someone regarding a new powerful artifact called the Holy Crown. And Kazuma gets absolutely wrecked by Kono. Poor guy. But it could be really interesting, depending on who the person they're meeting is and all that. And the final thing I absolutely have to say regarding the game itself is there is a pre-register campaign going on, where if people pre-register, you get in-game items like Platinum Dollars, Azure Crystals, and Gacha tickets, all of which are really good, but the final one, if they get 100,000 people registered, is a 4-star school uniform Noelle. Now, I know some of you might not ever play the game, but if you want to help us all out who are going to play it, please consider pre-registering for the game. I'll have a link to the description where you can go and click the red button and get notified. But yeah, if you are, again, there has not been an English release confirmed, but if you are on Android, there's some pretty easy ways to do it. I'll probably show off some of them on my channel when the game comes out. If you're on iPhone, there is a way to do it, but it's very, very hard, or at least from what I've heard. I've heard it's gotten easier, but it involves credit cards and all sorts of weird stuff. Look it up if you really care about it. But if not, just yell at Arc Systems and tell them we want it in America. But, so, with all of that, let's talk a little bit of speculation. So, I think the game would be really nice as some sort of action RPG. Think Fate, not really Fate Grand Order, a little more depth than that, but Project X Zone, if you ever played that on the 3DS. Phenomenal game. I think it should play somewhat like that. And action has really been an important part of the series, even if it's just crazy cinematics, that has to be part of the game. But I really want to make sure, I really want all the characters to be good. I don't want a character that just necessarily has, I'm fine with statistical advantages, it's a mobile game, it's going to happen, but I want all the characters to have charm and a reason to use all of them. Like, again, Fate Grand Order, I've had 3 stars that I want to use instead of a 5-star. It really doesn't matter. But with additional characters, I think there's a few characters who have not been confirmed who will probably be on the way. First off, in the area where, in the actual story so far, we have seen Konoe Mercury, which alongside Platinum and or alongside Trinity, my bad. Sorry, I'm used to Platinum. Alongside Trinity and Kazuma, tells me that we might see Relius show up. I mean, he's pretty much a given with Kazuma. They pretty much go hand in hand. And Celica will probably get caught up in the mix. Then the NOL seems to be a pretty big deal with both Jin and Noel making the cut, as well as Tsubaki. So maybe we'll see Kagura and Hibiki. And then some less likely characters. Murkuma units definitely have a shot, especially with Noel and maybe even U12 could be a thing. And then some characters I think might just fit thematically. Hakumen, Jubei, Arakune, and just the 6 heroes. Throw Valkenheim in there. I think he could work. Like, actually a younger Valkenheim. So that'll be cool. And Ragna, definitely not making it into the main game. I've made it a big deal that he's not in the game, but he'll be an event unit. We all know he's going to be an event. I mean, come on. He's the series protagonist. What do you expect? And then, with the story, I'm hoping it focuses on something that doesn't involve the Azure Grimoire. We've seen way too much of the Azure Grimoire. It's a cool story plot, but it gets old fast. It's just, haha, I am evil villain number 12, and I want the Azure Grimoire for myself. Mahaha. Yeah, not very fun. But the thing that worries me is that the Holy Crown is just going to be the Azure Grimoire with a different name. Like, you know, pretty much going to function thematically the same. It's a mobile game. I don't expect the story to be too complex, but I do want something interesting to see. Something really interesting that I realized was that Jin and Kazuma are probably going to have a very, very interesting interaction with each other. Because Jin has Yuki Onasa, which, you know, kind of sees good and evil in people. And Kazuma was created to resurrect Hazumu, so I want to see if anything happens between the two. But that's all I have for now. If you guys have any ideas of what this game's going to be like, or have any more interest in the game, please let me know in the comments below. I'll try to reply to some of you guys, and I'll definitely keep you guys posted on it. So